Maybe another 5-minute episode because I can't set live streams to private. I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be a part of this. Don't be so selfish.
It. Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist until the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to get it through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Look at that fucking dark abyss there.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
Oh yeah, also Junko's fucking dead. Yep. RIP Junko! Runko.
This wasn't supposed to... Why? Me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way! Oh God.
Well now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you wanted to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you got to understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death... Christ.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I didn't mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give to you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much of a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
Wait, so then, you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make a proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. The weird thing about that dialogue is that it implies you have a time limit, but you don't. The trial starts when you found all the evidence you need. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say! Especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we're going to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why. I don't have any choice, I have to do this. Let's go, boys! I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like I do in movies and stuff, but... Ellipsis. She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on! Just wait just a second. She's dead? And that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You just now accepting that? Let's go through the motley crew. Ellipsis. She must be so shocked that she can't even open her mouth to talk. Well. Ellipsis. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us, Stay.
Let me out of...
We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit bear. I'm gonna talk to you last because you're probably gonna move the plot forward.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right! Then, could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Oh, it was fucking Celeste. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes has done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear have returned. In other words, you think I did it? We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. Baka. Hey, Leon.
Are you
So,
serious?
we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Of course, yeah. Let's talk to Chico.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? What the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then.
Fine. Then I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense of the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm so pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say any more?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard with you, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch is right here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying our evidence,
You're fucking
they
dead.
better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
so,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're going to investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
so,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well check, just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help him investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out, but that's blood right
yeah?
there. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks to me have been filled with suspicion. Ellipsis. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution!
I wonder what execution is.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Well, easy. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in a dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically... With my mic up accident. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive, and for Sayaka. I have to find out how she was killed. A Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Let's go, boys. What's Junko got? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but oh, I already saw this. Alright, what you guys got? No way! I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Aren't you going to help investigate your hero? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Let's go, boys! Fuck the dime. Inside the display case are trophies and other items. Okay, nothing useful in here either, so let's get crack-a-lackin'. First of all, I detected the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was using the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you touch it just a little bit. Nice! Replica sword. Key. There's a key on the ground. It has my name in it, so it must be my room key. If I remember correctly.
Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys.
When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key to my room in the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Sayaka could have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Maybe she was just fucking stupid. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it for something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. But she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms? Alright, let's find out about, you know, the most vital clue, the lint roller. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean it up a little? How could your room could have been dirty? You've been here like 2 days. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I didn't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I hadn't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood
What?
to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's
What?
busted that out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys here have opened the toolkits yet, cause like, why the hell would we? Toolkit. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Also, I only just noticed that like Kyoko's face was just sort of hanging out in the background there. There were gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? God, jeez. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this is another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Ellipsis. Evidence of a struggle. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath. Bin. I can't look in bin. Rin. Rip bin. It's the display stand the sword was on. Okay, that's not one. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
hey,
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty for the like 5 minutes. The killer could have already destroyed some of the evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a
that
bitch!
dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum and deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Disgusting. There are scratches and gouges on my walls of the bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? No. It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Our rooms are completely separate, remember? Yeah, well, you said this. You said that already. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Okay. I should check the room first of all. Let's talk to Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
Searching? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my...
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it
I
to...
see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Nice! Makoto's room cleanliness. The greatest bullet of all. Alright, time for some hot death murder in the bathroom. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. Green blood! Crazy. Ellipsis. No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Rip Sayaka. Looking at her made it perfectly clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. Alright. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palm of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Ellipsis. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Leave the bathroom? Yeah.
it would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them only by turning her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a game. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, But honestly, I have no idea. I don't know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't quite fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob? Ugh. What the heck? The doorknob is practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious that this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all
I
this.
see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob! I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Well, let's boogie. Leave the area? Yes. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplate on my room's and Sayaka's room was switched? So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm norm plates. Dorm norm. The dorm norm. Hey, Leon.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Why is everyone so tall? Look at that, I go up to his crotch. Oh, hey boo. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Meisner doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely would not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? I mean, yeah. Obviously. Alright, let's fucking bing bang, bing bosh out of there. Go to the trash room where all the garbage is. There's a study gate here, no way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where the trash and all the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
This is stupid. It'd be faster just to go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
Ugh, throat's starting to hurt again. Leave the area. Yes. It's so quick as well. I feel like I've got like the worst voice ever. Just lose it all the time for talking for about 20 minutes. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school will be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I hadn't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the tree for the trash room gate. but we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need the key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things in there out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words...
Actually, anyone who kills the knows.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go out in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. But boring, Rebecca?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fatty! Well, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would do. What's the big deal?
you...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it?
You went through all the girls' trash, looking for your, poking around at it.
There's no way to
What are you
think
talking about?
this in a
All my love is for
common
2D.
sense kind of way.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kind of trend stickers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I very entirely chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Ow, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say something like that? If you're so worried about the family's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash and disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Fumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favour to ask you. Alright, well, this episode's been exciting and long enough, and now my throat really hurts, so we're gonna stop here for today. Well, Junko's dead. Didn't even die doing anything cool, she just died by being a huge dum-dum. And next time, we'll discover the secret of triggering a Fumi's flag. Oh no.